Huh. Well, that wasn't exactly the best Sega that I've actually heard, but, not bad for an 8-bit handheld. Yeah, so how many of you were aware that Sega released a handheld to compete with Nintendo's Game Boy? It was called the Game Gear, and it had a couple of advantages over the Game Boy. It had full-color screen, and the screen was backlit. The downside is it required 6 AA batteries, and the battery life was only slightly better than the Nintendo Switches. And thanks goodness for emulation. Yeah, of course I'm emulating this. I'm not going to be able to stream from a Game Gear. I don't even have a Game Gear. I do, however, have this game on the 3DS Virtual Console, which I also can't stream directly from, so emulation it is. Anyway, this is Tails Adventures. Or just Tails Adventure Singular, depending on whether you're looking at the title screen or the box art. This is a game starring Tails from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and it's actually a curious little game. It is not a game that you go fast, rather it is an exploration sort of game, where you go around, well, it's like a Metroid game. You go around collecting things that will help you explore further. And seeing that Tails is my favorite character from this Sonic franchise, I decided to go ahead and check this out. I've never played it before, so this will be kind of blind. I'm familiar with it thanks to some reviews I've seen, but otherwise, yeah, this will be kind of a new experience for me. So first off, hello to the people in the stream chat. I am currently streaming this at Twitch at the time of this recording. Sunstorm93 says, this was one of my favorite games growing up. Well, that's a good sign. Should be an interesting game then. Let's start at Tails' house. By the way, this game supposedly takes place before Tails met Sonic. In fact, as far as I'm aware, there's no Sonic or Dr. Robotnik in this game. Rather, you're dealing with these cuckoo birds. And equip. We got a regular bomb, and that seems to be all we got for the moment. Continue, dock. Nothing there. I'm pretty sure continue would be to, like, load a file, so we'll just exit. Or maybe it's to save. This game uses a password system, I'll tell you that. So that's probably what that is for right there. Well, let's head on over to Paloi Forest and kind of get an introduction to this game. So yeah, don't gotta go fast. In fact, don't gotta go to the left either, because that exits the stage. It's a casual romp through a forest fire. Typical for a Tails game, I guess. Actually, this wasn't the only Tails game on the Game Gear. There was another one that was basically a shoot-'em-up. I heard it wasn't great, though. This one interested me a whole lot more, thanks to the Metroid-ish aspect. Anyway, we got bombs we can throw. Tails, of course, has the ability to fly, though it's a little bit awkward to use. Instead of just repeatedly pressing A, you have to tap A in the air and then use the directional pad to roam around. Is that a thing up there? That a thing I can go up to? Not yet. I apparently need more flight energy. Something that I'm pretty sure we'll be able to acquire as we go along. Now, I will say, I have at least played the first part of this game, and it's a good thing I did, because apparently this game starts off with a couple of very obscure puzzles to deal with, which I will get to when we get to them. Don't think I'll go that way quite yet. Let's instead head up this way, because I know at the very least this is the direction that we want to be going. So rings, as usual, act as health, but unlike traditional Sonic, it's not a situation of you lose all your rings if you get hit, rather they act as hit points. Now, this part here, this is the first part where I'm glad I practiced, because when I was practicing, I had no idea what to do here. But it turns out that you can actually push this spring. I only figured that out by accident, because typically in Sonic games you don't move springs. So this is something you can keep in mind for this adventure, and something I have to keep in mind. Springs are a thing. Moving springs is a thing. Also, you can drop bombs from the air, which is kind of neat. Thankfully, you only lose one hit point at a time, because otherwise I'd be in trouble. Ah, this part. This is the other thing that I am glad that I got experience with. So there's this gap here. I feel like I need to fly across it, but there was some wind blowing me back. And it definitely took me a bit of time to figure out what to do about that. Turns out, in order to get through that part, I have to first make my way back up here, without losing my health, preferably. Tight spaces is not good. But apparently, this wind here only blows you back if you're flying. If you want to get past here, you have to jump without flying. That is so obscure. Imagine if I was playing this for the first time right now without having practiced it. How long it would have taken me to figure that out. Anyway, from here on is definitely going to be blind. I don't know what that is, and I don't know what is coming up. All I know is I'm bombing cuckoos. And also taking a few too many hits, and because that ring went off screen, it went bye-bye. Something I'll have to definitely keep in mind as I go along is my momentum as I try to fly. There we go, that's how we deal with that. One hit point left. Hopefully I don't die already. Watch for that guy, because he uses a flamethrower. Oh hey, there's the thing. What is it? Chaos Emerald? Okay, didn't think we'd be finding those already. Wonder what it does. Well, there was another path I didn't bother taking in this direction, but let me focus instead, see if I can reach that one item that I found. Ah, sneaky. But I saw it. Drat. Oh, I know what the Chaos Emerald does! It increased my health! I have 20 max rings now instead of 10. That's neat. Nifty. Increase your max health and flight gauge, Stripeback says. Well, I checked that, but it wasn't obvious enough that I was able to tell, but I'll take your word for it. So I guess that means it is very much incremental, and I have plenty more of these things to find before I'm able to really succeed. It is interesting, by the way, that Tails is able to just regular old climb. Hold on a sec. Oh, this is the other side of where I went up above. Okay. Well, in that case, let's just go back around this way. Gotta love these old games where the music restarts every time you transfer to a different map. Oh wait, never mind, this is a different song. Cool. So what am I going to come across now? This is actually a fun song. I like this song. Oh, hi. Whoa, boy. So you're that thing I saw in the opening cutscene. Oh, boy. Okay, so is this how we're going to do things? I'm betting that my flight triggers whenever he jumps. However, I cannot test that theory now because he's kind of dead. Oh hey, I got a reward. What did I get? A remote robot. Neat! And that allows me to reach the volcanic tunnel. So this is going to be kind of level-based, it seems. Moving the cursor around the map is not easy. So are all these levels... all the levels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 levels it looks like in the game? We already finished the first one. I heard this was a pretty small game. Okay. Well, let's see if we can check out the thing that I just got. Let's go to equip. Oh, it is already equipped. Neat! Okay, well, in that case, we're heading back into the level I was just in, because there's actually something I could use these robots for, perhaps. How do I... Ah, there we go. You pause the game, and then use the directions to switch to different things. So what is this like? It's a remote-controlled drone. Okay, that's actually pretty cool for the first item in the game. Oh, and then when you press B, it automatically returns to you. Now, it can't seem to fly. Does it blow up on enemies? No, in fact, enemies seem to ignore it completely. That's handy. No way to speed that up. Anyway, I didn't show it on camera at the time, but there's definitely a spot where I can use that somewhere around here. So let's go ahead and check that. Ow. It is being suggested to me to try flying with it again. No? Oh, this... okay, you can fly, but it's not the same as Tails flying. Rather, you have to hold up and then press up. And it seems that these actually have unlimited flight, unlike Tails. Well, in that case, totally going to explore some places if I can. See if there's anything of interest. I think this way is just a way I could have gone. Yeah. Alright, am I able to drop down? No, I can't. Well, let's just have this guy return to me. Okay, hold on a sec. Switching between items is going to take a little bit of getting used to. There's also something down here, clearly, but I have no idea what I need to get through it yet, so I'm gonna just ignore it. Sunstorm93 says that these things can also go into smaller areas. Yes, I have pretty much figured that out because of the one spot that I didn't actually take a look at while I was there. I saw it whenever I was doing my little attempt at practicing the game and getting used to the controls. Which, by the way, is ultimately the reason why I decided to do a little practice. Because the last time I went into a game without practicing the controls, it did not end well. So it seems that the place I'm thinking of is actually on the next map. We'll go there. It'll be down that way. Definitely gonna want to be quick about fighting these things. Okay, this time I definitely want to drop down here. Thankfully did not land in the spikes. Hold on, before I do whatever is there. Let's get rid of you, and this is the spot where I know we can go ahead and use one of these guys. It's a good thing you guys were here to let me know that this thing can fly. Speed boots. Gotta go fast now? I have to make sure I have to remember to bring the bomb back out. Okay, I just don't like where that enemy is positioned. It's hard to get in there and get him before he does his attacking thing. Was there another tight space further up? I can't remember. Well, while I'm thinking about it, let's see what this does. Oh, it's a run button. You tap it, and you go faster. Now, this game definitely does not have traditional Sonic controls. Wait, what? Hold on a sec. Oh, never mind. I thought I did something there, but it's not actually the case. Alright, let's go ahead and exit this level now. Hopefully that won't be too difficult a task. Sunstorm has twice told me that ducking and that sort of thing can allow me to hit enemies without my bombs hitting the ceiling. Okay, yeah, I am aware of that, but it was that specific passage where the ledge was right above me. Here, I'll use this as an example. I needed to be able to get closer to him because he was further into the hallway there. So it's like I couldn't do it there, so I had to get in there and take a hit. What's off in this direction, by the way, since we haven't actually gone this way? Apparently nothing of interest. The ability to run is definitely nice, but at the same time, it would be nice if the ability to run also came with the ability to attack. Because, no, charging into the guy certainly didn't help me any. Yeah. So that's a power that I'm probably going to use sparingly. Still, though, worth getting for the sake of completion. Let me go back to the equipment thing again. Okay, so there's more than one page of this stuff. Red Chaos Emerald. Can't actually equip it, that's automatic. So, including Chaos Emeralds, it seems like this game's going to have 8, 16, 24 items to find. That's actually a pretty decent amount. I was expecting less. Oh, the fact that you can only equip 4 at a time, besides the Chaos Emeralds, that's going to definitely involve some backtracking. Anyway, let me go ahead and hit this continue option right here, and this brings up my current password, I believe. Again, this game uses a password system. However, when you get a game over, it sends you to the title screen, and as far as I can tell, that means you have to go and put your password in order to continue. So, to save time, I'm actually going to go ahead and create a save state. I'll use the password screen as a save state screen. And then after that, I guess I hit start in order to continue, and I'm still continuing, right? Okay, good. I wouldn't want to hit something and then the game restarted or something. And let's exit. And I think at this point we'll go ahead and go on to our first episode break of today's stream. We'll be right back. And when we come back, we'll make our way to the second level of the game, which is that volcano place we were hearing about. Hopefully we won't be spending too many levels worrying about fire.